Elon Musk just bid $97.4 billion to buy OpenAI. And Sam Altman, he didn't hesitate. He fired back with a response that shook the internet. No, thank you. But we'll buy Twitter for $9.74 billion if you want. A brutal clapback. A billion-dollar chess move. But here's the real question. Why? Why did Musk, one of the original founders of OpenAI, just offer nearly $100 billion to take back control? And why did Sam Altman, the man now at the helm, dismiss him with a joke that cuts deeper than it seems? This isn't just business. This is war. A war over the future of artificial intelligence. A war over power, money, and a mission that started as a dream and turned into a trillion-dollar empire. But to understand what's happening today, we need to go back to the beginning. It's 2015. The world is waking up to the power of artificial intelligence, self-driving cars, voice assistants, machines that can think. But there's a problem. The people at the top Silicon Valley elites, governments, corporate giants, they want to keep AI for themselves. AI isn't just another technology. It's power, and whoever controls it controls the future. Elon Musk sees the danger. So does Sam Altman, a young and ambitious entrepreneur. So they decide to act. In December 2015, Musk, Altman, and a few others announced the creation of OpenAI, a nonprofit dedicated to open artificial intelligence. No secret algorithms, no corporate control. AI for everyone. Musk personally invests $45 million into the project. Others, like Peter Thiel and Reid Hoffman, also contribute. Their mission? To make sure AI benefits humanity, not just a handful of billionaires and corporations. At first, everything goes according to plan. OpenAI is small but innovative. They make breakthroughs in AI research. They publish their findings for the world to see ... But then something changes. Musk starts to realize something terrifying. AI isn't slowing down. It's accelerating. And the power of artificial intelligence is too great to be left unchecked. By 2018, Musk is growing restless. OpenAI is making progress, but it's not moving fast enough. Meanwhile, Google's DeepMind and other AI giants are charging ahead. Musk proposes a bold plan. Merge OpenAI with Tesla, use Tesla's resources, use Tesla's data, scale AI like never before. But Altman and the board say no. That's when Musk makes a decision that shocks everyone. He walks away from OpenAI. He resigns from the board. He stops funding the company. But here's the twist: he doesn't leave quietly. He warns OpenAI, if you go down the wrong path, I'll have to create an alternative. And then, just 1 year later, OpenAI makes its most controversial move yet. They announce a massive shift in their structure. They are no longer just a non-profit. They are now a capped profit company. And suddenly, the doors to billion-dollar investors fly open. One company in particular sees an opportunity: Microsoft. In 2019, Microsoft invests $1 billion into OpenAI. In return, they become OpenAI's exclusive cloud provider. Musk is furious. He tweets, OpenAI should be called Classidae. To him, this is a betrayal of everything OpenAI was meant to be. AI was supposed to be open for the good of all humanity. Now, it's just another corporate asset. And Musk? He isn't done fighting because in the background, he's preparing his revenge. We're prepared to invest $13 billion, but we want exclusivity. This was Microsoft's moment. In 2023, Satya Nadella, Microsoft CEO, made his offer, a $13 billion investment into OpenAI. The catch? OpenAI's cutting-edge AI models, including ChatGPT, would run exclusively on Microsoft's cloud infrastructure, Azure. And with that deal, OpenAI, once the scrappy, independent nonprofit, became one of the most valuable AI companies in the world. But there was a problem, a big one. Because while OpenAI was securing billions, one man was watching from the outside, and he wasn't happy. Elon Musk. Cut to Musk scrolling through Twitter, shaking his head. A tweet appears on the screen. OpenAI should be called Closidae. To Musk, this was the ultimate betrayal. The company he co-founded, the company he once poured $45 million into, had turned into a corporate asset. And worse, it was now in the hands of Microsoft, one of the most powerful tech giants on the planet. Musk had spent years warning about the dangers of AI being controlled by a small group. And now, that exact scenario was unfolding before his eyes. But here's the twist. Musk wasn't just angry. He was plotting. OpenAI was at its peak. Billions of dollars were flowing in. Microsoft was fully committed. ChatGPT had taken over the internet, and Sam Altman, he was the face of it all. But then, everything changed. Cut to breaking news clip. Sam Altman fired as CEO of OpenAI, November 17, 2023. In a shocking move, OpenAI's board of directors fired Sam Altman. The reason? The board claimed that Altman wasn't being fully transparent about OpenAI's advancements in AI. Some reports even suggested that OpenAI's newest model, rumored to be GPT-5, was so powerful that it had concerned the board members themselves. They feared OpenAI was moving too fast. But here's where things get messy. The very next day, Microsoft stepped in. Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO, made one thing clear. Altman wasn't going anywhere. Within 48 hours, Microsoft announced they had hired Sam Altman to lead a new advanced AI division. And guess what happened next? OpenAI's employees revolted. Over 700 of OpenAI's 770 employees signed a letter saying that if Altman wasn't reinstated, they would quit OpenAI and join Microsoft. It was a disaster. OpenAI's own workforce had turned against its board. The company was on the verge of collapsing from the inside. And just 5 days later, Sam Altman was reinstated as CEO of OpenAI. He won. The board that fired him? Gone. New leadership was installed, backed by Microsoft. And for the first time, it was obvious. OpenAI was no longer independent. Microsoft wasn't just an investor anymore. They were in control. But what exactly were they controlling? That's where things get really interesting. Because behind closed doors, OpenAI wasn't just developing chatbots. They were working on something far bigger. Here's what most people don't know. OpenAI isn't just building conversational AI like ChatGPT. They're racing towards something called Artificial General Intelligence, AGI. And this isn't just about making chatbots smarter. This is about creating human-level intelligence. An AI that doesn't just generate text or answer questions, but one that can think, reason, and solve complex problems on its own. And in late 2023, a secret OpenAI project leaked to the public. It was called Q**. According to insiders, Q** was an early breakthrough toward AGI. It could reportedly solve complex mathematical problems at a level far beyond previous AI models. And that's when panic set in, because if OpenAI was this close to AGI, who would control it? Microsoft? The U.S. government? A handful of executives behind closed doors? These were serious questions, and they weren't just being asked by outsiders. Elon Musk was watching, and he wasn't the only one. Governments around the world were taking notice, because if OpenAI was on the verge of true artificial intelligence, it meant the world was about to change permanently. But here's the twist. It wasn't just OpenAI and Microsoft anymore. Other tech giants were watching, and they weren't about to let OpenAI dominate the future of AI. In 2024, two of the biggest names in tech made their move: Google and Apple. Google had DeepMind, its own AI research division. Apple had been quietly working on its own AI models behind the scenes. And by early 2024, both companies started acquiring AI startups at an unprecedented rate. Google launched Gemini, a direct competitor to OpenAI's ChatGPT. Apple? They started integrating on-device AI models into their iPhones, building an AI ecosystem that didn't rely on cloud computing. This wasn't just about competition anymore. This was a full-scale AI arms race, and OpenAI was at the center of it all. But there was one problem. Not everyone trusted OpenAI anymore, and that's exactly what led to Musk's next move. Because as OpenAI expanded, it became clear it was no longer the OpenAI company that Musk had envisioned back in 2015. And for Musk, that was personal. That's why, in early 2024, he did something no one saw coming. He sued OpenAI. And this is where the real battle begins. Elon Musk wasn't just frustrated. He was furious. The company he co-founded to ensure AI was developed for the good of humanity was now a $157 billion powerhouse, controlled by Microsoft and led by the very people he no longer trusted. So in February 2024, Musk took the nuclear option. He sued OpenAI, and he wasn't holding back. The lawsuit was explosive. Musk accused OpenAI and Sam Altman of violating their founding agreement. His argument? OpenAI was created as a non-profit for the benefit of humanity, not for Microsoft's bottom line. But the real bombshell was this. Musk claimed that OpenAI's latest AI model GPT-5 was so powerful that it effectively achieved a form of artificial general intelligence, AGI. And if that were true, it meant OpenAI was sitting on the most powerful technology in human history. But instead of making it open source as originally promised, they had locked it behind Microsoft's corporate firewall. To Musk, this wasn't just a business dispute. It was a betrayal of humanity, and the stakes? They had never been higher. Musk's lawsuit had three key demands. 1. OpenAI must return to its non-profit roots. 2. All research on AGI must be made public. 3. The partnership with Microsoft must be restructured or broken entirely. But OpenAI, they fired back. Sam Altman and OpenAI's lawyers argued that Musk had no legal claim because he voluntarily left OpenAI in 2018. OpenAI's shift to a capped profit model was necessary to secure funding. OpenAI was still working for the benefit of humanity, just on a larger scale. And there was one major problem with Musk's case. There was no hard evidence that OpenAI had actually reached AGI. The research was still classified. The only people who knew the truth? Altman and his inner circle. And that's where things get even darker. Because while this legal battle was playing out in courtrooms, behind the scenes the fight over AGI was turning into something far more dangerous. Here's what most people don't realize. This lawsuit wasn't just about Musk versus OpenAI. Governments were watching. Intelligence agencies were watching. The world's most powerful tech billionaires were watching. Because if AGI really was on the horizon, whoever controlled it wouldn't just dominate the AI industry. They would control the future of the world. And Musk knew it. That's why at the same time he was suing OpenAI, he was lobbying governments to step in. He called for AI regulations. He met with world leaders, warning them of the dangers of uncontrolled AI. And most importantly, he hinted that if OpenAI wasn't stopped, Microsoft could become the most powerful company in history. Think about it. If OpenAI had a GI, and Microsoft had exclusive access to that technology, then suddenly Microsoft wouldn't just be a tech giant. It would be the most dominant force in global economics, defense, and innovation. Musk wasn't just fighting OpenAI. He was trying to prevent a corporate AI monopoly. But then, just when it seemed like the battle couldn't get any bigger, a shocking twist changed everything. Behind closed doors, governments around the world were noticing something alarming. AI wasn't just advancing. It was accelerating faster than anyone predicted. Leaked reports revealed that China was pouring billions into AGI research. The U.S. military was secretly working on AI-powered defense systems. European regulators were scrambling to create emergency AI laws. And suddenly, Musk's lawsuit wasn't just a business fight. It was part of a global AI arms race. That's when something unprecedented happened. In mid-2024, the U.S. government launched a classified investigation into OpenAI. The goal? To determine whether OpenAI had actually reached AGI, and if it was safe to remain under private corporate control. For the first time, OpenAI wasn't just answering to investors. They were answering to governments. And if this investigation found proof that AGI was real, OpenAI and its partnership with Microsoft could be forced under government oversight, or even shut down entirely. Musk's lawsuit had triggered something far bigger than he expected. And now? The future of AI wasn't just a business battle. It was turning into a global power struggle. What happens next? The fight for the future of AI. The question isn't if AI will reshape the world. It's who will be in control when it does. Right now, OpenAI and Microsoft are leading the race. But Musk's lawsuit and the rising government pressure could change everything. There are three possible futures. 1. OpenAI wins and AI development remains controlled by private companies. 2. Governments step in and regulate AI-like nuclear technology. 3. Musk finds a way to take OpenAI back and return it to its original mission. But one thing is certain. The fight for AI dominance is just getting started. And whoever wins, they won't just shape the tech industry. They'll shape humanity's future. After months of legal battles, government scrutiny, and OpenAI's growing power, Musk decided it was time for a direct attack. And he did it in classic Elon style. He didn't just want to fight OpenAI in court, he wanted to own it. So in a bold and unexpected move, Musk offered to buy OpenAI for a jaw-dropping $97.4 billion. This wasn't just a number pulled out of thin air. It was a calculated power play. Here's why. OpenAI's valuation had skyrocketed to $157 billion, but that was mostly on paper. Microsoft had poured in $13 billion, securing major influence over OpenAI. By offering $97.4 billion, Musk wasn't just making a financial bid, he was challenging Microsoft head-on. The message was clear. If you really believe in AI for humanity, sell it to me. For Musk, this wasn't just business. It was revenge. The company he helped build had shut him out, and he wanted it back. But Sam Altman? He wasn't just going to roll over. His response was brutal. Altman didn't just reject Musk's bid, he humiliated him. His response? No, thank you. But we will buy Twitter for $9.74 billion if you want. Ouch. This wasn't just a rejection. It was a public slap in the face. Altman was mocking Musk's $44 billion Twitter acquisition, implying that it was overvalued, mismanaged, and that Musk had wasted his money. You made the wrong bet, Elon, and now you want back in? But what Altman didn't realize, this only fueled Musk's fire. And what happened next would escalate this feud to a level no one saw coming. Here's what the public didn't see. Not everyone at OpenAI was happy about rejecting Musk's offer. Inside OpenAI's boardroom, a major rift was forming. Some executives were starting to question whether they were heading in the right direction. Here's why. 1. Microsoft's growing control. OpenAI was supposed to be independent, but now Microsoft was calling the shots. 2. The pressure of a GI if OpenAI had actually developed a GI. Was it safe to keep it behind closed doors? 3. Elon's bid wasn't just money, it was a way out. Some board members secretly believed Musk had a point. What if OpenAI really had betrayed its original mission? What if Microsoft was too involved in their AI research? What if Musk's vision for AI transparency was actually the right path? But here's the thing. Speaking against Altman at this stage, that was corporate suicide. And one executive would learn that lesson the hard way. The public rejection of Musk's bid was loud and clear, but behind closed doors. OpenAI's leadership wasn't as united as they wanted the world to believe. Some key figures inside OpenAI were genuinely shaken by Musk's offer. And here's why. OpenAI was created as a nonprofit to develop AI for the public good, but now it was valued at $157 billion and deeply tied to Microsoft. The original vision of transparency and open source AI was long gone, replaced by private models and corporate control. Musk's bid, as controversial as it was, forced OpenAI's leadership to confront a difficult question. Did they betray their original mission? Some executives believed they had, but publicly? They couldn't question Altman's leadership, not after the drama of his own firing and reinstatement in 2023. So instead, they stayed silent. But silence doesn't mean agreement. It means a Cold War was brewing inside OpenAI. A war between those who embraced Microsoft control and those who wanted a way out, and Musk's $100 billion counteroffer. It was about to crack OpenAI even further. If $97.4 billion wasn't enough to shake OpenAI, Musk had a new number, $100 billion. This was one of the largest takeover bids in tech history, and it was designed to break OpenAI apart. Musk's strategy was clear. 1. Force OpenAI to respond. The higher the bid, the more pressure OpenAI's investors would feel. 2. Divide the leadership. Some board members were already doubting Altman. What if more joined? 3. Expose Microsoft's influence. If OpenAI rejected again, Musk could argue that they weren't in control anymore. Microsoft was. But Altman? He wasn't playing defense. He was about to make the boldest move of his career. And this time, it wouldn't just be a rejection, it would be a declaration of war. Most people still think of OpenAI as an independent company, but here's the truth. Since 2023, Microsoft had become deeply embedded in OpenAI's operations. $13 billion investment, turning OpenAI into a Microsoft-powered AI giant. Exclusive cloud provider OpenAI runs on Microsoft's Azure supercomputers. Deep integrations, GPT models are baked into Windows, Office, and Bing. Microsoft wasn't just a partner anymore. They were the gatekeepers. So when Musk raised his bid to $100 billion, Altman made a strategic move. He escalated Microsoft's role from partner to protector. His message to Satya Nadella, Microsoft's CEO: if Musk takes over OpenAI, he takes over your AI dominance. We need a firewall. Nadella understood the risk immediately. If OpenAI fell into Musk's hands, Microsoft could lose control over the most advanced AI models in the world. Their $13 billion investment in OpenAI's research. Their exclusive AI infrastructure dominance. They couldn't let that happen. So Microsoft did something no one saw coming. They quietly exercised a secret clause in their OpenAI agreement. A clause that could block Musk's takeover before it even began. In the world of hostile takeovers, there's a strategy called the poison pill. It's designed to make a buyout impossible. And Microsoft had one built into OpenAI. Here's how it worked. 1. Exclusive IP agreements. OpenAI's most valuable technology was licensed to Microsoft. Even if Musk bought OpenAI, he wouldn't own the AI models. 2. Control over compute. All of OpenAI's AI training happens on Microsoft Azure servers. If Microsoft cut them off, OpenAI's operations would grind to a halt. 3. Funding ties. Microsoft's billions in investment were structured in a way that made them essential to OpenAI's survival. This meant one thing: Musk could buy OpenAI, but he wouldn't own its AI. The crown jewel GPT-4, GPT-5, and the research behind Aggie would still be under Microsoft control. Musk had walked into a trap, and Sam Altman had just outmaneuvered him. Musk hates losing, and when he does, he doesn't stay silent. Within hours of learning about Microsoft's block, he launched a Twitter storm. His first post? OpenAI is a closed AI. This is not what we built. And then, Microsoft has turned OpenAI into a monopoly. This must end. His tweets went viral within minutes. Supporters rallied behind him, calling for AI transparency, Critics called him a hypocrite, reminding the world of Tesla's closed source, AI. Tech insiders started asking a real question. Is OpenAI still an independent company, or just Microsoft's AI division? Musk wasn't just fighting for OpenAI anymore. He was attacking Microsoft directly, and what he did next, it would shake the AI world to its core. As Musk's $97.4 billion bid crashed against the walls of OpenAI's boardroom, something far deeper was brewing, a battle for the soul of AI. On one side you had Sam Altman, a visionary pushing for rapid progress, and now the head of a $157 billion company. On the other, Musk, the wild card, desperate to return AI to its open-source roots. But the question wasn't just about control. It was about money and how to balance profit with purpose. In 2019, OpenAI made a decision that would define their future. They transitioned from a non-profit to a capped profit organization. At the heart of this move was a simple truth. AI development is expensive. Building cutting-edge models like GPT-4 doesn't just happen in someone's garage. It takes billions in funding, massive computational resources, and years of research. And while OpenAI had always been about open-source development, that wasn't sustainable in the face of growing competition. So OpenAI made a game-changing decision. They capped investor returns at 100x the initial investment. This allowed them to bring in money, attract top talent, and scale AI development while still promising that the core mission of AI for the public good wouldn't be lost. But Musk saw it differently. To him, this shift wasn't about sustainability. It was about selling out. Musk's vision had always been decentralized, open, and here was OpenAI locking the doors behind Microsoft's money. As the $13 billion investment from Microsoft began pouring into OpenAI, the stakes got even higher. OpenAI would now be tied to Microsoft's cloud infrastructure, ensuring that OpenAI's AI models ran exclusively on Azure but with huge financial incentives for both sides. OpenAI and Microsoft worked in tandem, creating powerful synergies, like integrating OpenAI's GPT models into Microsoft's product suite, Office, LinkedIn, Azure. Microsoft's investments weren't just a financial move. They were a strategic lock on the future of AI. Microsoft wasn't just investing money. They were laying the groundwork for an AI monopoly that would challenge the entire industry. They knew the future of AI was more than just about algorithms. It was about control over the technology that powered the world's biggest companies. At the heart of it all was the question that no one wanted to ask. Who controls AI, controls the future? Musk had a vision. Open source AI. Safety-first protocols that would prevent AI from being used to manipulate markets, control societies, or undermine privacy. A belief in democratizing access to powerful AI tools so that no single company could own the future of artificial intelligence. But Microsoft had an entirely different vision. Scale at any cost becoming the backbone of AI development, leveraging AI to dominate the enterprise and shape the global economy. They saw OpenAI as an exclusive asset, one they could monetize not just through products, but also by increasing their own market share across industries. And here's where it gets fascinating. The profit margins from OpenAI's integration into Microsoft's ecosystem are huge. The Microsoft Cloud saw an influx of new customers, As OpenAI's tech spread across industries from healthcare to finance to entertainment, OpenAI's models were embedded in every major Microsoft product, turning the tech giant into a dominant AI provider. This wasn't just a win for Microsoft, it was a business revolution, turning AI into a multi-billion-dollar industry virtually overnight. Musk wasn't the only player who realized that AI was going to be worth billions, if not trillions, in the coming years. The battle for AI supremacy wasn't just between Musk and Altman anymore. As OpenAI grew in size and value, other tech giants and venture capitalists started eyeing AI as the next gold rush. Here are just a few of the players in the AI's race. 1. Google DeepMind. With their AlphaGo and Transformer models, they've been pushing AI boundaries for years. 2. Amazon and AWS has been quietly funding and developing AI applications for everything from logistics to customer service. 3. Apple. With their focus on AI for hardware, they're working on AI-driven personal assistance and healthcare applications. 4. Tesla. Musk's own AI-driven car technology is becoming a massive part of Tesla's future, especially as they pursue full autonomy in self-driving cars. But here's the catch. Despite the competition, OpenAI is still the leader in general-purpose AI models, and its relationship with Microsoft has ensured that they stay on top. And yet, Musk still believes the future of AI should be in the hands of the people. While others see it as a tool for profit, Musk sees it as a tool to empower society. The emergence of rival AI startups. The open-source revolution, Musk's own push for Shy, isn't just about challenging OpenAI. It's about taking a stand against the growing monopolization of AI by the likes of Microsoft and Google. The more he sees the direction OpenAI is heading with its capped profit model, the more he's determined to create a counterbalance. Here's where things get even more interesting. Other startups are beginning to emerge from the shadows, inspired by Musk's calls for open-source AI. Tech giants like Google and Amazon are investing heavily in AI too, but they're playing a different game. They want to lock down AI to their ecosystem. They're not about making it open, they're about making it exclusive. Musk and other new age AI companies are looking to make a move that would disrupt the system and push for AI's democratization. They want AI to be a public good, not a tool for corporate control. Musk's $40 billion AI startup, XAI, is his counterattack against a monopoly of AI tech by Microsoft, Google, and OpenAI. But it's more than just a tech company. It's an ideological war. Here's what Musk is up against. He's fighting an industry that's been dominated by deep-pocketed tech giants with access to endless data and computational resources. He's up against the status quo system where profits come before people, where rapid growth and tech deployment come with very little regulation or safety. Musk has one core principle. AI needs to be developed with strict safety protocols. While Musk is advocating for slow, ethical AI development, Microsoft's strategy has been to scale AI rapidly often, without the ethical safeguards Musk champions. For example, Microsoft has been integrating AI into its most popular products at an astonishing pace, including Bing, powered by OpenAI's GPT models, bringing generative AI into search engines. Microsoft Word and Excel, AI-powered features that assist with writing, data analysis, and automation. Azure AI, offering AI as a service to other companies, making it easier for businesses to adopt AI at scale. Microsoft's fast-paced approach has raised ethical concerns, with some wondering whether AI is being deployed too quickly without fully understanding its societal impact. Will this rush to deploy AI lead to unforeseen risks? Could fast AI development result in serious missteps like bias in algorithms or job displacement? The battle between Elon Musk and OpenAI isn't just about business. It's about two competing visions for the future of artificial intelligence. Musk believes AI should be open source, safe, and developed for the benefit of humanity. OpenAI, backed by Microsoft, is pushing for rapid innovation, commercialization, and market dominance. With Musk's $100 billion counteroffer rejected, the question remains, will AI remain in the hands of a few corporations, or will it be democratized for all? This fight isn't just about Musk or Sam Altman. It's about the future of intelligence itself. The world is watching, and the next moves from both sides could reshape the tech industry forever. What do you think? Should AI be open source, or does it need corporate control to scale responsibly? Let us know in the comments. If you enjoyed this deep dive, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell for more in-depth content on the biggest tech battles shaping our future. See you in the next video.